Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 7th, 2012. Of course, it is the big day for all Giant fans out there as we have a major parade developing and setting up for about 11 a.m. this morning. It's currently 9:30 a.m. and as you can see here, weather conditions are pretty much optimal for a parade in the Canyon of Heroes and of course at the Meadowlands where the Giants play. Temperatures are already in the lower to mid 40s over the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area and will rise into the upper 40s by the time the parade starts and will peak in the lower 50s, possibly even a few mid 50s by this afternoon. Overall, a very pleasant day for basically early February. You can't ask for better weather for a parade, that is for sure, for this time of year. So, of course, there will be no threat for rain, snow, or anything of that nature. Basically, clear skies and enjoyable weather and light and variable winds. Eventually, coming off from the northwest and the west as we move in for this afternoon, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Take a look at the radar. This is of the entire eastern United States, and the reason why I'm pointing this out is A, obviously, there's nothing developing over the northern mid Atlantic. But our next threat for precipitation will be associated with this disturbance right here. Now, right now it looks somewhat impressive. It's not the strongest system, obviously, but it's associated with the subtropical jet stream and it's starting to pull moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico. Could this be a significant threat for the northern mid-Atlantic? Well, not really, and I'm going to show you why with the infrared satellite picture. What I have overlaid is our cold front, our area low pressure, and I have upper level and mid level winds. Now, why do I have this? Well, I have the upper level and mid level winds highlighted here because I want to show that in the polar jet stream we have a huge upper level low developing over southern and southeastern Canada that's producing northwesterly and westerly winds. And then we have our subtropical jet stream that is digging in the plains and then lifts northward with our southeast ridge over the southeastern Atlantic, basically producing a westerly wind as well. So what we have here is convergence aloft. Now, convergence basically means air is coming together. Now, and when air starts to pile up in the upper levels, that air sinks. And so as a result, when the air sinks, it causes low pressure systems to weaken because when you have air rising, low pressure strengthen. When you have air sinking, well, that means low pressures are weakening. So when this low pressure system is going to moves east over the next 48 hours, it's going to weaken because we're having convergence and confluence. It's basically shearing and tearing apart this entire disturbance. So what we basically end up with on Wednesday evening into Thursday morning is a few scattered snow showers, perhaps a brief period of light snow over southern New Jersey, producing a trace to an inch. I know that there's some people out there getting a bit excited about this, but really it's not a big deal and it's going to rapidly move east and out of the area. In fact, by Thursday afternoon, you won't even know that it existed because temperatures will be in the 40s and any snow that did fall will rapidly melt away. Taking a look at the model guidance. Now, I just want to point this out. This is from the Penn State EWOL website, an excellent website for your model data and observational data. And what we're using is the European model guidance, which is doing an excellent job. Now, here we are once again for this afternoon and this evening. High pressures in control, tranquil weather conditions. Here's our upper level low that I was talking about, and here's our disturbance. Now notice that the upper level winds are converging and you'll see this disturbance weaken as we move forward into tomorrow evening, that basically this disturbance is forced off the coast. It's being crushed by our upper level low here. And so what you end up with is a very weak area low pressure off the east coast and just a few scattered snow showers changing over the rain showers as we move into Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Again, this is not a big deal. Maybe a trace to it, an inch of snow, but given the way this winter has gone, I guess it would be a big deal considering most locations have had almost no snow at all. So that's pretty much the big story with this disturbance. It's going to enter and exit rather quickly, producing a few scattered snow showers and producing a trace to an inch of snow at most. Moving in for this weekend, we'll have another strong cold front move through on Friday. Now, this cold front will produce again a few scattered snow showers, but the main story is going to be the Arctic air that shows up on Saturday and Sunday. Our huge polar vortex that basically is crushing any disturbance that's moving across the southern plains is going to make a nice visit for this weekend, and it's going to drive plenty of cold air into the northern mid-Atlantic. Now, these temperatures are 850 millibars. When you start to see dark blue and purples settling over the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic, as far as these temperature isotherms, that means it's going to get very cold. And I'm talking about temperatures in the upper 20s to mid 30s for highs on Saturday and Sunday. We start to moderate just a bit on Monday as the Arctic high pressure system shifts over the northern mid-Atlantic. Notice our polar vortex is starting to lift north, and that's going to be the start of a trend of a nice warm up heading in towards the end of next week as this polar vortex lifts north, a trough develops in the west, and that leads to a ridge building in the east. So if you don't like the cold weather, deal with it for this weekend, and then after that, we really step up into a very nice weather pattern heading into the latter parts of next week. That is your forecast discussion for today. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there at the parade, and congratulations, New York Giants.